Hey there, ever just, look at the phone in your hand or the coffee on your desk and really think about where it came from? Not just the store, I mean, really came from. Turns out the everyday objects we own have these incredible, hidden stories of global travel. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the secret life of your stuff. Let's just take your smartphone, for example, the one you might be watching this on right now. It didn't just pop into existence. It's been on a wild world tour, collecting stamps from all over the place, long before it ever got to you. So, what do you say? Want to crack open its passport and see the journey it took? All right, let's follow the trail. We're going to trace this product's grand journey, right from a raw idea to the finished device in your hand. And trust me, you're probably going to be surprised by just how many different hands and places are part of the story. Okay, so the journey kicks off way before anything gets put together. It starts with sourcing. We're talking about those super specialized high-tech parts like memory chips or those fancy displays. They're often made by experts in one specific part of the world, let's say South Korea. So that's stop number one on our world tour. But of course, that's just one piece of a giant puzzle. Other critical parts, maybe the camera sensor or some of the processors inside, well, they're sourced from a completely different country, known for its incredible precision, like Japan. So now you've got all these different components, and they're all officially on the move. What happens next? Well, all these individual parts, arriving from all these different corners of the globe, they all converge at one central assembly hub. In places like China, you have skilled workers who take all those separate components and do the really intricate work of building the final product that we'd actually recognize. And then, for the final leg of its journey, that fully assembled phone is packaged up and shipped out worldwide. It makes its way through this massive, complex logistics network until, finally, it lands right in your hands. I mean, think about that. A truly global effort for just one device. It's kind of mind-blowing. So this incredible globe-trotting journey we just walked through, all that sourcing and making and moving, well, it actually has a name. It's the invisible engine that powers our entire modern world. And it's called a global supply chain. Right. So a supply chain isn't just a simple line from point A to point B. It's a huge, sprawling network. It's all about integrating or, seamlessly connecting all the different activities, from finding the raw materials to building the product and then getting it to customers all across the world. If you boil it all down, really, every supply chain has three main phases. First, you've got to source the materials. Second, you have to actually produce and assemble the thing. And third, you have to distribute it to the customer, to you. It sounds pretty simple when you lay it out like that, but in reality, it is anything but. And why is it so incredibly complex? Well, because managing this global dance is a massive, massive balancing act. Companies are constantly trying to juggle all these competing priorities and navigate a world that is just full of unpredictable challenges. And this is really the heart of it. It's this constant push and pull. On one side, the goals are super clear. Keep costs low, make sure the quality is high, and deliver everything on time. Simple, right? But on the other side, companies are battling these huge challenges all the time. Currencies that fluctuate wildly, transportation costs that can spike overnight, and a tangled web of international trade laws. It's a real tightrope walk. So, with all of those hurdles, how on earth does anybody manage this level of complexity? Well, they get a technological advantage. They're using some seriously powerful modern tools to make their supply chains smarter, faster, and way more transparent. See, today's supply chains, they run on data. You've got artificial intelligence, or AI, that can look at past sales and actually predict future demand, which helps prevent shortages. Then there's the Internet of Things, IoT, which puts smart sensors on things like shipping containers, so you can track a product's location and even its condition in real time. And then you have blockchain, which creates this super secure, unchangeable digital record, letting you trace a product's journey from the farm to the store shelf with complete confidence. But wait, there's another layer to this whole network, and it's becoming incredibly important. It's not just about what you make or how fast you make it anymore. It's about how you make it. Yeah, more and more, it's just not enough to be cheap and fast. For a lot of companies, and this is often driven by us, the customers, ethical sourcing has become a huge priority. And that means they have to look really deeply into every single link in their supply chain to make sure it's all operating responsibly. So what does that actually mean, ethical sourcing? Well, it really comes down to two big things: people and the planet.
It means making sure workers have fair wages and safe conditions, preventing the kind of abuses that can hide in these really complex networks. And it means making sure that the manufacturing processes aren't polluting the environment or creating a ton of waste.
So the next time you pick up your phone, just take a second to remember this vast, invisible network that brought it to you. This amazing system connects all of us, and it literally delivers the world to our doorstep. It brings you everything. The only question left is, what does it ask of us in return?